welcome everyone to Mega Merry Christmas. And we're back with Maverick Hunter X, only this time we're playing as Vile. Probably the first Mega Man X game and only one to do this.
X, why does it have to be you? Come to reprimand me in person, did you?
I need your help to defeat X.
To defeat X?
Yes, in order to ensure our future and speed along our evolution.
What on earth are you talking about? What could that worrywart Hunter possibly do for us?
His worrying. That is precisely the quality that will prove beneficial to our cause. He alone possesses that ability. He thinks more deeply than the rest of us. He feels. Normal Reploids are no match for his heart. But he is unaware of his incredible power.
So to take advantage of this power of his, you're planning to go Maverick?
Precisely.
And you want me to help you?
That's why I've come here.
You're insane.
I won't force you. This isn't something most Reploids could do. I need someone who can go Maverick of their own accord.
Sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm the one that's gonna change the world.
I'll show you how strong I am.
Incite rebellion. Split up the Hunter's forces. That's the way to get to X. But Sigma, I may be a wild card you hadn't counted on.
Play as Vile, and if you probably haven't noticed, Vile has a few things going for him. One, he has different variations of his finger cannons, his arm cannon, and his leg cannons. The problem, he can't dash, even though every battle with Vile, X1, X3, X8, and Maverick Hunter X, he can seriously dash with no problem whatsoever. And he is pretty cheap in X8. Not gonna lie to you. But there's also another thing about Vile. Vile is a glass cannon. All of his techniques are really damn powerful. However, there is one small catch. Vile has a defense far worse than Proto Man's. And bases combined. As in, he can barely take a goddamn hit. So yeah. That's basically Vile, and also you gotta fix that problem by beating Chill Penguin. No, seriously. That's the only way to try to fix some of the problems. But unfortunately, the bosses will still hit like trucks later on, even with the improvement you get from Chill Penguin. Still, that's not even the worst part. The worst part is, there's only, you get Dr. Light capsules and you get hard takes, that's not bad. What's bad is how things have changed. Because you'll be relying on Vile's mech, his Goliath armor, for just about all of his upgrades, save for maybe 3. Which sucks. I ain't gonna lie to you, the Goliath armor is a... Oh, I know that did not just happen. Yeah, that just happened.
Ready to give it a shot.
That was embarrassing, and I really should have been more careful. But yeah, that just happened. But as I was saying, the Goliath armor is unreliable in this game, as the moment you pick it up, it will drain health immensely from the Goliath armor, and you only have a time limit. So you only have a time limit. Do what you need to do, and get on with your life. Well, at least we skipped that part. Now we just gotta get past this thing. And the Cherry Bomber, I think it's his default weapon. It's pretty effective for the time being. The Bumpity Bomb that you keep seeing me use to try to not only recover my health, but also recover my footing, but also deal with all of the enemies. That is actually the best thing that you can keep at that point, because it's probably your most powerful weapon in the game, but it leaves you vulnerable at a time. In fact, it's powerful. It's X.
Vile! What are you doing here?
X! How do you like being Sigma's puppet?
You've been drawn into Sigma's rebellion as well?
Rebellion? I couldn't care less. I just hate you, that's all.
Well, the best thing I can say for X is try to jump over his shots and... Oh god, I hit the wrong one. I was supposed to jump over his shots and hit him with the bumpity boom. But instead, I tried to use the cannon. The cherry popper works too, as well as the front runner. And he names his weapons completely awkward, and speaking of awkward, I got shot in the face. I mean, that is awkward. But then again, expect deaths. Not only because of my recklessness, but because of the fact that, oh yeah, I'm used to playing a character with a dash, and Vile doesn't have one, and moreover, he doesn't get a speed upgrade until later on in this part. So yeah, that just makes having to go through searching for upgrades a little less tedious, considering that this is as short as it's going to get. And the bumpity boom is going to be the best thing to hurt X, because it does 6 damage to him anyway.
Now let's find out which one of us is truly the better Reploid. Sigma was wrong. You're not the Reploid with the power to change the world. I am. Me. Vile.
X, hang in there, buddy.
Zero. If you're gonna take that B-class hunter's side, then I'll have to destroy you too.
Do your worst, Maverick, but... Huh? Not today. Let's get out of here, X.
X. Why does everyone like that guy? Whatever. When the time comes, they'll all know the truth.
Vile, my supporters have been revolting across the land. What is your plan?
Sigma, I have my own way of dealing with things. You just sit back and enjoy the show.
Very well.
You'll find out who really has the potential you talk about.
Now I know it sounds like I jump cut it, but I was thinking about playing this without the music, and unfortunately that means the sound effects were gone too from certain parts of the stage, including the dialogue with Vile and any of the Mavericks. The reason why I wanted to try to turn off the BMG, Vile's theme song is on every single Maverick stage except for the Sigma stages. I shit you not. And while it's a good theme, it starts to get repetitive. Very, very repetitive. Now, not gonna lie, he does have a good arsenal to work with. Also, aside from the repetitive theme, not having a dash is a very bad idea. It's almost as if they threw this guy in last minute. I mean, they made some changes, veritable changes to where the heart tanks are. And remember I mentioned that his ride armor sucks? Yeah, you're about to see that because it starts in this stage here. And the reason why I'm here in this stage is one reason and one reason only. His damage debuff. That's the only reason why I'm here. Well, that's the only reason I start off first with Chill Pink. Because after all, Vile, he unfortunately cannot take too much damage. Eventually, he will die 2 to 3 hits. That means Baton Bones can swarm him and kill him. And that's not cool. Yeah, I spit in the face of things that are not cool. But I'm going to go on ahead and try to get out of the way, but unfortunately that did not happen. So back to the beginning I go.
I'll show you how.
Because I didn't reach the checkpoint. Folks, I will say this though. Vile's gameplay is interesting at least. Because first time in the X series, you're playing as a villain. Now, if this game would have actually made bank, that meant they would have probably brought this back in Maverick Hunter X2, where instead of you playing as like just X, they'll probably have it where you play as the X Hunters, which would have been a hell of a lot interesting. And hopefully they would have corrected their mistakes. But Capcom said, oh, there wasn't enough support for Mega Man, so guess what? This was a failure.
Take this.
It wasn't even commercially. It was the fact that this game was just exclusive to the PSP. That's what hurt the sales. I promise you, if this was on Xbox 360 or the Wii, especially the Xbox 360 or at least the PS2 or PS3, I promise you this game would have done commercially well. But no, for some reason they thought putting this game solely on the PS Portable was a good idea. Notice that Grand Theft Auto put Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories and Liberty City Stories on PS2, and it still did commercially well. Gee, I wonder why! Whatever the case, ladies and gentlemen, Capcom's stupid decisions aside, I'm getting absolutely wrecked. But hey, at least we're at the checkpoint, and I lost the life that I ended up gaining back from the 1-ups. Which, yes, Vile does have 1-ups. They rarely show up when they do. And, it's literally Vile's helmet. But still, Vile, he, again, can't take a punch to save his life. Funny enough, he actually has punches as part of his arsenal, which counts as an arm cannon move. So yeah, he has probably one of the best punches in the game, which is Golden Knuckle, which is essentially the rocket arm from Mega Man 6. But Vile never used those punches oh actually, yeah, he did in X8. Yeah, I remember he used it in X8. I just realized that. But the bumpity boom is his trademark right there. That I do know for a fact. And he has used that in multiple times in Mega Man 1 and also in Mega Man X1 and also in Mega Man X3. Actually, no, he used a variation. Actually, some of the weapons you'll get from here actually show up in X3. But that's the point. The point of the matter is, here's where the trouble really lies. See, you don't have a mech. Not yet. These mechs, on the other hand, will take you down within 2 or 3 hits. You do not want them to get anywhere close to you. Shoot your melee weapon as fast as you can. Or should I say your hand cannon as fast as you can. Because if you don't, guess what? 2 shots, you're dead. Plain and simple. Also, we need to get that heart tank. We passed it up, as a matter of fact, because it's in that igloo. How do we get it? The ride armor. God damn. Here we go. It's not that it's slow, it's got a time limit. And the longer you're in there, the more the energy will drain. But this is how you're going to get that oh shit! That was not supposed to happen. That was seriously not supposed to happen. I was about to actually show you how to get the actual heart tank, but then I fell off the goddamn cliff like an idiot. I'm not trying to make this hard. That was a reckless move and I underestimated my jump. And that was all me. Now, Storm Eagle's stage where they have the sub-tank, I may have to come back in part 2 to get that. It's not that I don't forget, it's not that I didn't forget, because I know where it is. Problem of the matter is, the stage pissed me off so badly because Vile, again, does not have a dash, and Storm Eagle's stage requires you to actually have some sort of dash. Not that it's hard, it's annoying. Relatively annoying. Oh yeah, and by the way, the more damage you take in that Goliath armor, the less time you have with it on. So bear that in mind. Only got a limited amount of time. Break the igloo, break it. There we go. That's the heart tank, folks. Now I'm gonna have to fight my way back. Jesus Christ. Here we go. I don't want to die. At least I got the heart tank. At least I got the heart tank. So yeah, there's 8 heart tanks in total for Vile, and 4 sub-tanks. 2 of which, again, needs the Goliath. Boomer Kawanger's sub-tank will need you to actually beat Boomer Kawanger and come back to the stage. That is actually frustrating. But it's just like with that. Also, well, as far as Boomer Kawanger's weapons are concerned. Now then, let's do this the old-fashioned way, I suppose. Punching things with the Goliath armor. Not gonna last long, and I don't care if it does or doesn't. Oh wait, it definitely didn't last long. I just needed to get through some parts of the stage. Alright, I need a 1-up badly. Ah, there's a 1-up, perfect. So, with that said, I'm going to end it right here at this point. I'll be right back. And I'm back. I just have to break off for going to the bathroom, but I was also splitting this part up because I was thinking, hey, maybe I could try to split the sound up and actually add in some music, but I just decided against it.
Vile! I've never seen a Maverick who thought he was a hunter before!
Hunter? Ha! I've never once entertained such thoughts.
Waha! Good answer, but you're still acting crazy. What exactly do you plan to do?
Same thing I always do. Crush anyone and anything who gets on my bad side.
Alright, Chill Penguin. Well, he doesn't have much in the way. He's the same thing, but the problem of the matter is, he can try to close the distance on Vile. And Vile, even those statues of ice can actually do more damage to Vile than what X can do in his playthrough against Vile. What the fuck's up with that? It's like every single boss can pretty much 1, 2, or 3 shots Vile. But there's a reason. Oh yeah, as you can see, he's almost dead. And I don't have any sub-tanks yet because I haven't gotten them. Or I'm not in the stage where they're at. And the Bumpity Boom actually can break those statues in 2 or 3 hits. But it's okay. I just locked them into a pattern where I could beat them. Yeah, I almost died to Chill Penguin again. That's just either humiliating, hilarious, or bad. Whichever one you want to take. Oh yeah, and there's no weapon get screen in case you're wondering. No, You don't know what weapon you get until you start the next stage. So, for what we got with Chill Penguin, we got Distance Needler with Chill Penguin as well as Frozen Tower. Oh, Frozen Castle, sorry. But Frozen Castle is the damage reducer part for Vile. So now Vile will take half the damage that he does, so it'll take 4 hits for the Mavericks to actually kill them. Yay! And by the way, that's an automatic part, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, there's nothing you can do about that. Well, it doesn't count towards the part counter. There is a part counter that starts off with 8. And it'll increase by 3 with every Maverick you destroy. And you'll have to actually finagle the parts around to where you will actually be able to use some. Oh god, no! Jesus Christ. Vile without a dash sucks. Capcom never do this again. I mean, never actually make a bad guy playable and not give him a dash. That would really help. And by the way, that's the main reason why we're here. So that Vile can get a leg part so that he can move faster, because unfortunately, he's slow like molasses. Good news is, at least the Distance Needler is, well, powerful enough to break through shields, or at least strike faster, but it doesn't have rapid fire, so bear that in mind. I will say this. If you thought the heart placements in the sub-tanks are going to be the same, you're damn dead wrong. I did mention Storm Eagle is one of the places where the sub-tanks were. And you will need the ride armor. But also, the heart tank is actually in a different place. Remember, folks, when you played as X and you're dealing with Storm Eagle, the sub-tank was in the area in the flight control the flight control panel area. That's where it was. And I'm using either the front runner or the bumpity boom to actually do some damage with Distance Needler while it's decent, and it definitely will work against Spark Mantle, which is going to be the next part. Distance Needler is a slow-moving weapon. Anyway. Again, our means to getting the capsule is right up here. And also, you'll have to actually go a few ways in order for you to get the, oh, you're going the wrong way past me. Yeah, you're just wasting time. In other words, if you were going to get the, sub-tank, you need to hop onto the ride armor. You really didn't need the ride armor, because the ride armor isn't necessary to climb up here. This is where you get the hard tank, by the way. You need the ride armor, and the ride armor's cannon in order for you to get to the other side and practically self-destruct, and have the armor self-destruct right in front of the crates, which will blast them all, so that way you can get to the sub-tank. Again, I'll have to show that off in part 2 before we deal with Spark Mantle. And I am missing with the bumpity boom. Come on, even it out just a little bit more. I'm missing with the Distance Needler. God damn it, there it is. All right, hopefully that cannon doesn't respawn. But again, the only advantage you have is that all of Vile's weapons do some massive damage to the bosses, making boss battles a lot quicker, which is why I'm squeezing 3 stages in one part. Because, again, there's not much traversing you need to do. And even then, at least you're not trying to gun it with a Hadouken. There's no ultimate weapon for Vile. You're just basically killing Mavericks, and your ultimate weapon, basically, for Vile is, how should I put it? I guess beating all of the Mavericks and getting combinations of the Mavericks that you defeat. Like, for instance, we're going to be going after... We already defeated Chill Penguin. In the next episode, we're going to probably go after... Not probably, we will go after Spark Mandrill and Flame Mammoth. There will be weapons made because we defeated those two Mavericks. And it's like basically correspondent Mavericks too. So as we go on and beat all the other Mavericks, this will unlock more weapons and more powerful weapons as well. The thing is, as the game continues, you'll have to customize your loadout. Damn it. Now I want that to happen. And I am going to cut here, and I put a save right at that point for a reason. Because, yeah, don't be surprised if you lose to Storm Eagle. I mean, it's been a while since I played as Vile, so bear with me.
So it begins.
Vile, I have no reason to fight you.
We're in agreement there. I have no reason to fight you either.
In that case, stand down. You're just confused, Vile, that's all.
I've always hated you, Storm Eagle. You and that smug face of yours.
Alright, time to deal with Storm Eagle, and not having a dash sucks. And maybe I should have used this instead of distance earlier. I should have used Cherry Bomber, but that's okay. I also should have actually used Bumpity Bomb whenever Storm Eagle landed to try to take most of his health. But unfortunately, not having dash sucks. Especially and when he's about to call on his desperation attack, he immediately does that, and I tried to save myself, but unfortunately, no dash means I fall off the cliff. Seriously, Vile not having a dash really sucks, Capcom. So with that said, let's try this one more time. This time, we are going to try to beat this guy. I know, I died to Storm Eagle. I'm gonna have thumbs down. It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, it's been a while since I played as Vile, and it was really tough at first, but then he locked himself into a pattern where he's constantly blowing me away, and well, I'm glad he got that pattern, because I'm gonna kill him. Plain and simple. He almost killed me just now. But thankfully, that's it. Storm Eagle is finished. And by killing Storm Eagle, we now have the foot part, which we won't discover until we go after our next Maverick. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all in part 2 as we take on Flame Mammoth and Spark Mandrill. This is Arvman985. See you all next time on Mega Man Maverick Hunter X Vile Edition. Peace out.